Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers Newark Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
Thank you so much, everyone, for introducing the program. I love listening to you guys, and a few things that I heard was loneliness and isolation. Loneliness and isolation. So sometimes we feel very lonely or isolated. Another thing I heard was creating communities. Creating communities. And this is one of the communities that C and her colleagues started when COVID hit. And I so admire their creativity, quickly realizing that things had changed. They had to close the libraries. They knew there were a lot of people out there that used to come to the library that was now closed, and they quickly found another way. They found another way to bring people together. That is so cool. And I'm so grateful that I am part of that creation. Okay, so as you know, as you might remember, when I teach the classes, I organize them around the elements. So we start with earth, and then water, fire, air, space, and then a balancing where we bring all the elements in. And today we are in the balancing session. So today is, so usually in all the other elements, in the guided meditation, I have a journey. In the balancing, there's no journey. There's no journey. I have a few statements, short statements that are designed to engage the elements in you. So I read the statement and then I'm quiet. There's more silence in this guided meditation to allow you to create your own journey. So today is a little bit different. And the mantra that I'm using, and you're welcome to use the same or use another, is I act to float in perfect harmony. I act to float in perfect harmony. In yoga, we talk about skillful action. Skillful action. What does skillful action look like? Sometimes I move too little. Sometimes I move too fast. And when do I act so I'm floating in perfect harmony? I act to float in perfect harmony. Okay, so let's get started with, we start with a physical practice. And we do that because sometimes the mind and the body and the spirit is like all over. And by doing the physical practice, we bring them more in alignment. And that sets us up for a more successful meditation. So finding your seat, sitting up tall, maybe place your hand on your lower belly. So my teacher, she talks about the pit of the belly, pit of the belly. So imagine if you find the navel, go down like an inch and then go in close to the spine. That's the pit of the belly. Pit of the belly goes in and up, in and up. It gives you internal support and it lengthens the spine, internal support. And then if you want to, you can bring awareness to your feet. Maybe lift the toes, lift the heels, reminding yourself of the connection to earth. Sometimes we forget. We float up too high, go into anxiety, and all we have to do is just bring our awareness back down to our feet, lift the toes and the heels, remind yourself that you're connected to earth through gravity. And then if you want to, you can bring your awareness from your feet to your sitting bones. Notice the two sitting bones, they're stable, steady. Maybe shift the weight a little to one side and then a little to the other. So we go in between pain and pleasure, pain and pleasure. And in between pain and pleasure, there is peace, peace. And when I can be in that place, in between pain and pleasure, that's when skillful action happens. And then if you want to bring your awareness up to the crown of the head, it might be helpful to use your fingers and gently touch the crown of the head. When you were a baby, there was an opening here. You can even use your fingers to imagine opening up the crown of the head and allowing or making the connection to the universe a little bit easier. So imagine opening up so you can hear the guidance from above. You can hear the guidance. And then allow, or maybe imagine how from the crown of the head you drop down to your mind's eye or midbrain. You drop down to your mind's eye. Imagine a bubble floating. Imagine a bubble floating. How do you keep that bubble floating? Maybe it's sinking a little bit too much and then it goes up. How do you keep it stable and floating? And then from there, bring your awareness to your left foot. And then imagine how you breathe into your left foot, knee, hip, left lung, shoulder, and ear. Breath flowing from through the left side of your body. And then shift to the right side of your body. Bring your awareness to the right foot. Imagine how you're breathing in through the right foot, knee, hip, right lung, shoulder, and ear. Breath flowing to the right side of your body. And then bring your awareness to both feet. And then inhale up through legs, lungs, and shoulders. And exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And then if you want to, you can place your hands on your knees and then start the cat-cow movement. Waking up the spine. We want a strong, stable, and flexible spine. The spine supports the heart. And then come back to stillness, add some blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten those elbows, straighten the elbows, breathe. And then look up, release the fingers and then reach. What are you reaching for? Are you reaching for pain or pleasure or peace? So what you're reaching for, is that going to cost you pain, pleasure, or peace? And then bring both arms up, Release them out wide. Let the fingers go out wide. Slowly let the arms float down or travel down, finding balance out. Maybe allow the arms to drop a little bit too much, and then bring them up a little bit too high, and then finding balance again. And notice how much you actually need to work to keep the arms in stillness, floating mid-air. And then release, shake it out, maybe lift the shoulders, and then bring the feet maybe wider than your mat. And then find the two sitting bones again. So you're going from pain to pleasure, and there's peace in between, yes? We go from one side, we go a little bit too much to that side, we go through peace and then over to the other side. And then through peace, over to the other side. Pain, peace, pleasure, peace, pain. Peace, pleasure, peace, pain. And then start moving. If you want to, you can start moving in circles. Are you moving in circles? Are you moving in circles? Are you staying more or less in the same place? Or are you an arrow? So are you moving in a way that brings you up and forward, up and forward? So whatever I'm doing, am I just moving in circles, same but different? Or am I moving as an arrow up and forward, up and forward? And then coming back to stillness, bring your feet together, Tadasana feet, big toes to touch, seems slightly apart. And then lift that right knee up, creating circles, opening up the hip joint. And then stepping out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. Breathe. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can release the hands down, maybe drop the head. You can walk your hands forward. You can walk your hands behind you to the side. What does your body need today? What does your body need today? Every day is going to be different. And then inhale and come back up. Cross the legs. So whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. Feel how the hands are, or how you breathe into your hands. Breathe into your hands. Give yourself a hug. I love myself so much. I love myself so much. And then bring the arms into eagle. Eagle. So what kind of bird are you? What kind of bird are you? And then when the time is right, allow that bird to fly up high, 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 high. And then float, float. Finding perfect harmony. And then release. And then try the other side. Lifting the left knee up, creating big circles. Big circles. Releasing whatever stories are stuck in the hips. And then step out wide, elbows to knees. Fingertips together, lengthen the spine. Pit of the belly goes in and up. Internal support that helps the spine to lengthen. Get strong and stable. If you want to, you can release down, drop the head. You can walk to the side. You can walk backwards. You can lift one hand up to the sky, lift the other one. What works for you? What works for you? And then inhale and come back. Cross that left leg over. Left arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. I appreciate my own effort. I appreciate my own effort. And then let the arms come into eagle. And when the time is right, allow that bird to fly up high, high, high. Fly up high, high, and eventually floating in perfect harmony. And then release. Then we're gonna come up to standing. So transfer the weight forward and up, forward and up, forward and up. Okay, let's add some blinking, bubbling stars again. Bring the arms all the way up, clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten those elbows, straighten those elbows. And then you reach. What are you reaching for? What kind of stars are you reaching for? And are those stars going to bring you pain, pleasure, or peace? And then let those fingers blink and bubble and spread them out wide, 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 wide. Finding perfect harmony mid-air. Maybe allow the arms to drop a little bit too far down. Let them come up again. And then finding perfect harmony mid-air. And then release. Okay, spread the fingers. We all have patterns that are no longer helpful. We all have patterns that are no longer helpful. So imagine one of those patterns. One that I always bring up for me is sugar. I have a tendency to eat sugar, so it's not helpful. So I'll take that pattern and I push it away. I push it away. I push it away. Push it away. And then it's going to push back. It's going to push back. And it's going to be hard to resist, but I can do it. And then I push it back out again. Push it back out. Sometimes I need to kick to the side, behind me, in front of me, to get rid of old patterns that are no longer helpful. And then release. And when we created space, we can invite the sun in again. First, we create space, and then we can invite the sun. So let's do a sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and then inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. I act to float in perfect harmony. I act to float in perfect harmony. And then release. Okay, so let's do a sun A version. So big toe, or you can actually start with the feet hip distance apart if that's better for you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale and step back to plank posture. Now, if you want to, you can use your feet to move back and forth a few times. Back and forth, back and forth. Eventually finding balance. And then from here, moving to down dog. Shift the weight to the left, right knee comes up, stepping forward. Release the back knee down. The right hand goes on the knee and the other one reaches up, reaching up, reaching? What are you reaching for? And then bring that down. Elbow come to knee, hands together. You bring it in, you turn and twist, and you transform it. Maybe bringing that back knee up. Maybe open up your arms. And from here, if you want to, you can slowly move into a floating posture. Perfectly balanced. Release the hands back down, step back to down dog. Shift the weight to the right, left knee comes up, step it forward, release the back knee. Left hand goes on that left knee and then reach. What are you reaching for? What are you reaching for? Is it helpful or not? And then bring it down, elbow to knee, hands together. Twist it, turn it, transform it. Maybe bring the back knee up. Maybe open up the arms. Maybe open up the arms. And then from here, maybe come into a floating posture. A floating posture. Release the hands back down. Step back to down dog. Breathe. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And then inhale all the way back up to a standing position. And release. Okay, let's do the warrior story. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale to chair posture, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, find the earth behind you with the toes and then the heels. Building the posture from the ground up. Warrior one, everything is facing forward. You're simply checking things out. Observing without judgment. And then you actually make a decision. Oh, that's my target. That's my target. In yoga, it's called drishti. You take out an arrow, bring the string back, open up the hips for warrior two. You're ready to create. And then when the time is right, you become the arrow. You become the arrow, warrior three. Moving up and forward into warrior three. You become the arrow. You can hold on to the chair if you want to. Bring that knee up, step up onto the chair. Right knee is up, right arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. Let the arms come into eagle. And then let that bird fly and float. Fly and float. Maybe take the foot off the chair. And then release back to Tadasana. Okay, let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back. Find the earth behind you with the toes and then the heel. Building warrior one from the ground up, from the ground up. Checking things out, learning, taking in facts. And then eventually making a decision. You find your target, you take out the arrow, pull the string back, open up the hips, you're ready to create. And then maybe you adjust the target a little bit. To the left, to the right, up or down. And when the time is right, you become the arrow. Transfer the weight forward and you become the arrow. Warrior 3. You can always hold on to the chair if you need to. And then bringing that left knee up and stepping up onto the chair. Left arm goes under, give yourself a hug. Breathe into your hands. Bring your arms into eagle. And then let that bird fly up and out, up and out, coming into floating in perfect harmony, maybe lifting the foot off the chair. And then eventually coming back to Tadasana. This time, bring the feet as wide as the mat, place the heels on the mat and toes are outside. Starting with straight arms and straight legs. And then bending into goddess, bending into goddess. Imagine yourself as a bubble floating. So sometimes you go a little bit too deep, sometimes you go a little bit too high. Eventually finding perfect harmony. And notice how much we work to stay in perfect harmony. And then straighten elbows and knees, straighten elbows and knees, becoming your star. What kind of star are you? Okay, release. Place the hands on the chair, feet a little bit wider than your hips, spread the toes, release the knees down. Add some blinking, bubbling stars, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Looking up, looking up. Let those fingers release, go out wide and float into midair. Place your hands in your back pockets. What would happen if you allowed your heart to lead? What would happen if you allowed your heart to lead? Release, untuck the toes, bring the knees a little bit wider and come into child's posture. Inhale, come back up. Now create a stable triangle. So clasp the hands, elbows are wide, create a stable triangle. Tuck the toes, engage the core, lift the knees off, lean into your support, and then come up. Walk forward, finding dolphin posture, dolphin. And then bend the knees and slowly come back up to standing. Okay, now we're going to move into the Yoga Nidra part. That's a guided meditation. When I practice this, I prefer to have a bolster under my knees and I lay down. You're going to be laying down for like 25 minutes so the body gets cold. So you could put on a blanket or socks or something that keeps you warm. So this is a guided meditation, and it means that I simply are suggesting places for you to go. You do not have to follow me where I'm going. If I'm taking you to a place where you don't want to go, you just say thank you, but no thank you, and you go elsewhere. There is a part of you that my teacher calls the inner sanctuary. The inner sanctuary is a place of peace that's always there. It's always there. And you can bring yourself back to that place. And the mantra that I'm using is, I act to float in perfect harmony. I act to float in perfect harmony. And you are welcome to use the same or pick something else. Okay, let's start. Let your body sink down into the floor. Feel the earth underneath you, holding and supporting you, rising up to softly cradle you. At this time, nothing else matters. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Remain still for deep nourishment. Repeat these words in your mind. I am awake and aware. I am awake and aware. Now, imagine yourself in a sacred place that feels peaceful and friendly, protected and supported. It may be outside in nature, somewhere inside, or an imaginary place. This is your inner sanctuary. Feel yourself here and begin to see all the details around you. The light, the colors, any objects. See yourself in this sacred place. Sense the comforting energy, supported, calm, and protected. At any time during practice, you can guide yourself back here. If anything feels odd or too intense, go back to your inner sanctuary. Your inner sanctuary is always here. It is a part of who you are. Now, go deep inside and listen. Listen to your heart. What does it say? What is your heart's deepest longing? What does your heart desire? Your heart may speak in words, colors, songs, images, or something else. Allow your heart to speak its truth. From your heart's longing, create a positive statement in present tense as though it's already happening. Now, state your heart's wish 3 times to yourself as the truth. Bring your awareness to your belly. Notice your navel center. Notice the expansion on the inhale and the soft release on the exhale. Navel rising on the inhale, yielding to earth on exhale. From your navel center, bring awareness to your pelvis, hips, upper legs, knees, lower legs, ankles, top of your feet, all 10 toes, soles of your feet. Notice your heels. Feel the calves, back of knees, hamstrings, pelvis, lower back, and navel center. Feel both legs, all parts together, all together as a whole. Bring awareness to your sitting bones. Notice your root in between the sitting bones. Lift your awareness to your lower belly, navel center, solar plexus. Sense heart space, heart center. Notice your upper back, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, top of your hands, all 10 fingertips, palm of your hands, inner arms, armpits, and shoulders. Sense both arms, all parts together, all together as a whole. Bring awareness to your throat center. Notice your collarbones. Top of your shoulder blades. Feel your neck. Back of your head. Crown of your head. Notice your mind's eye. Feel your forehead. Become aware of your cheekbones. Earlobes. Cheeks. nostrils, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, face. Become aware of your whole head, all parts together, all together as a whole. Notice the right side of your body. Now feel the left side of your body. Shift your awareness to your back body, side of the body facing the ground, back body. And now feel your front body, side of the body facing the sky, front body. Now feel right arm and left leg, right arm and left leg together. Now feel left arm and right leg, left arm and right leg together. Feel your whole body now, all parts together, all together as a whole. Feel your whole body. Now become aware of your natural breath as it flows through your body. Inhale up, exhale down. Now notice breath in the right side of your body. Inhale up, exhale down. Become aware of breath in the left side of your body. Inhale up, exhale down. This time, notice breath in both sides of your body. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, notice a part of you that takes action. Feel action in you. Notice the color. And now become aware of the part that is still in you. Feel stillness in you. Notice the color. Now, notice action and stillness at the same time. Feet dig deep into red mud. Feet dig deep into red mud. Feet dig deep into red mud. Together, hips create beautiful dance. Together, hips create beautiful dance. Together, hips create beautiful dance. Power within turns and transforms. Power within turns and transforms. Power within turns and transforms. Heart rests and softens. Heart rests and softens. Heart rests and softens. Clear voice leads the way. Clear voice leads the way. Clear voice leads the way. Light guides the mind. Light guides the mind. Light guides the mind. Notice all the space around you. Remember your heart's longing. The positive statement you set at the beginning of practice. Repeat it 3 times yourself as though it's already happening. I act to float in perfect harmony. Let this truth fill every cell of your body. Notice all the space around you. Sense the space within you. Feel the sense of calm confidence, whole and complete. Notice that part of you that is the witness, the one who has observed your body, breath, and journey. And now begin to notice thoughts and feelings flowing through your awareness again. Notice your breath. Feel its rhythm and pace. Invite your breath to deepen now. Become aware of your body, your physical body resting on earth. Sense your hands. Wiggle your fingers. Notice your feet. Wiggle your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side, a slow awakening. Take another deep breath into your belly and let it go. Slowly roll to one side. Press your hands into the floor and come up to a seated position. Lengthen your spine. Take another full breath in. Let it go. If you want to, you can bring your hands up in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. I act to float in perfect harmony. Gently bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Allow the eyes to slowly open, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for joining me today in practice. Namaste.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.